my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
If you're watching this on the toilet right now, which you probably are, hit subscribe and turn on all notifications to be part of the Toilet Squad. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, FPT, which is, of course, the show that gives you all latest tech news. One geek that is me to another that is you. It is happening. Okay, it is official. Apple just, and by just, I mean literally just put out official invites for their first event of the year. Peak Performance, March 8th. It's happening. Buckle up, buckaroos. I should mention I am filming this the night before. So hopefully what I just said, the name of the event, hopefully that was correct. And if it wasn't, f*** you, okay? What do you know? Anyway, what can we expect at said event? Well, we have dabbled, right? We have speculated on a couple episodes throughout the last couple weeks about what is coming for sure, all that stuff, but we are really close to the event now. We are exactly a week away. It is go time, and because we're so close, we have a much better idea of what sort of lineup we're looking at next week. iMac Pro. That is not true. I lied. That's not a thing. The iMac Pro isn't coming. I just really want it, and I figured if we say it a bunch, it'll just happen, but it's not. What is for sure, though, at least according to the rumors, a brand new update to the iPhone SE. How fun. It's going to look the same. It's going to be the same. It's just going to have a new chip and also 5G. Okay, if you watch this show on a regular basis, then you don't need to hear again, right? You've heard me complain enough about this thing showing up to the event and wasting all of our time, so I won't complain, all right? I will spare you this time. No, I won't. I will complain. Listen, as a press release, this is an awesome, cute little phone. Look at it. Oh, so happy, so good, so nice. I'm sure it's going to be a nice little upgrade for the people who are paying attention to this part of the market. But events? Apple events? No, dog, no. Events should be there to showcase the best and the beautiful, the latest and the greatest. And this is not the latest and greatest. The last time this was the latest and greatest, I'm pretty sure I didn't even have hair on my balls. Okay, so I complained a little bit. Next up, iPad Air. Gonna get a brand new iPad Air 5 with colors and stuff. This is another one that's like, for sure, this is gonna happen. This is another one of those upgrades that's just internal. The outside's gonna look the same as the previous model. You know how it be. If Apple is given the choice between try and not, they will choose not. Again though, new chip, most likely A15, and also 5G. Oh, great, they're putting 5G on the iPad too. That's how good. The G stands for good. Something else though that I am excited for, it better come to iPad Air. It's in all the other iPads. It's an iPad mini even. Center stage. I am all about that. I am all about that. Put it in the iPad Air. If it doesn't come, we riot. Actually, you know what? Real quick, what do you think is coming at the event? Let me know down in the comments. I want a full list, like your best guess. In fact, if you can guess exactly, it doesn't have to be in the same order as the event, but if you can guess exactly what they announce at the event, 100% of all the announcements, including whatever services or products come, if you get it right, if you nail the whole event, I will give you a $100 Amazon gift card. I will, after the event next week, I'll go through the comments on this episode. Whoever got it gets the gift card. You won't guess it though. Anyway, what was the list? Oh, iPhone SE and iPad Air 5. Those are the definites. Those are the for sures, right? But what about H4 maybe? There's a couple for maybes, actually. Wildcards, if you will. We'll talk about that after the break. Hey, question for you. Pop quiz. What is the very first thing that you do every day when you wake up? Probably pick up your sticky phone and start scrolling through social media bullshit. No more of that, okay? Wake up smart with today's sponsor, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a free daily newsletter that keeps you updated on everything tech, business, and finance. Now, how are you gonna sit there and tell me you don't like free? We work with a lot of sponsors on this show, but none of them have ever just been free. And just like you get with FPT, Morning Brew is witty, relevant, informative, and handsome. Become smarter and more informed by clicking the link in the description below to subscribe to Morning Brew today. And of course, huge thanks to Morning Brew for supporting this episode of Okay, welcome back. So, last up, what you wanted, the wild cards. Here we go. Here are the for maybes. First of all, Mac Mini. I will accept this. I will allow it. Listen, I want a Mac at this event next week. I wanted a lot. I wanted a lot to be an iMac Pro, but if it can't be an iMac Pro, sure. I'll take the Mini. Now, rumors have gone back and forth on whether or not this Mac Mini at the event next week will be the model that comes with the more powerful M1 chips, like M1 Pro and M1 Max, or is it actually the other model, like the base model Mac Mini, the one that's going to ship with the M2 chip inside of it, and then maybe the more powerful M1 chips will come in another Mac Mini model later this year. If I'm being honest, I really want that Mac Mini with M1 Pro and M1 Max. After all, that's kind of the only one I would buy. But if they start to unveil the Mac Mini and you're like, oh, here it is coming, here it is, Mac Mini time, and then it's actually the M2 variant, disappointment. I will be disappointed. It'll be just as disappointing as when they were like, oh, here comes a new Apple Watch Series 7 flat sides, and then it wasn't. Alongside that Mac Mini, we could also be getting a brand new external display from Apple, which would be awesome. That'd be so cute and so perfect to launch with the Mac Mini. Like, okay, here, look, new Mac Mini, and oh, look over there, it's new things so you can see what's on Mac Mini. How cool, how fun. You know what, though? As I'm recording this and saying this stuff out loud, as much as I want the Mac Mini with the M1 Pro and M1 Max chips, right, the Pro level chips, I've just remembered what the for sures are and not the for maybes. Those for sures are iPhone SE and iPad Air. Those are not exactly Pro things, so it's not looking good for what I want for Mac Mini. Speaking of Pro things, though, I mean, it carries the name Pro, but I do not support this pronoun. I refuse. No. A 13-inch, sorry, I'm gonna try to say this with a straight face. My parents are dead. That pulls me back every time. Straight face, so I can say it now. A 13-inch MacBook Pro. I know, I really caught you off guard with the parents thing. It's true, though. It's what happened. A 13-inch MacBook Pro. Like an entry-level MacBook Pro with an M2 chip in it. We're talking Dollar Tree MacBook Pro, okay? I do not understand why this has to exist. It will literally have the same design as the previous MacBook Pro, you know, the one with the touch bar and stuff. No notch, no cool 120 hertz display either. And listen, every time I make fun of a MacBook Pro with an M2 chip in it, which I've done a couple times, the comments are like, oh, man, you're so disconnected. The M2 chip's gonna be so awesome, which is true. Great, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. The M1 chip was revolutionized. Huh? The M1 chip revolutionized the industry. We all get that. The M2 is gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Should not be in a MacBook Pro, okay? That should put the M2 chip, great chip, put it in the MacBook Air, put it in the Mac Mini, and call it a day. That is it. Keep the MacBook Pro for the MacBook Pro big boys, okay? Get big boy stuff in the big boy laptop. And then, of course, we'll likely get these new spring-colored cases for iPhone 13, and maybe a spring color iPhone 13. Remember how we got, like, last year? By the way, that event was so awesome last year, but I digress. Last year for the event, we got a new color for iPhone 12. It'd be awesome to get a new spring color for iPhone 13 as well. I would also think that they either filmed something last minute or at the very least, put together a video package last minute for Ukraine. I would kind of be shocked if they didn't mention the Ukraine at all. And other than like physical stuff, right? Like physical products that you can buy and put in your pocket or whatever, or in your butt. I don't know where you put stuff. We can also probably expect to hear some of the services mumbo jumbo. Like I mentioned for Apple TV Plus, maybe some privacy stuff per usual. And, you know, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I did the hard work for you. You're welcome, Internet. A list of the definitely gonna happen and, gonna happen. Subscribe for more quality content. Or don't. I don't care.
To make it break it down.